technical analysis on CTXR and BIOL, along with fundamental statistics on reviewing my current positions and their price targets, starting off with CTRX's price action. If you are looking to get an entry on this stock, we are currently up 22% on the day, so just don't chase on this one. That's what I never chase. There's always going to be opportunities, but your first level to watch, if you're extremely bullish, is going to be the 61.8% retracement level sitting at roughly $1.78. But what I think is going to be a better entry point, if we do pull back here, there's no guarantee that we will pull back all the way. If you did get in this trade with me, when I put a video out on it earlier, congratulations, you're sitting well up right now, and you could have sold in the pre-market here for, what is that, 100% gain? Probably close to 100% gain, or at least like 50 to 60% at least, I think. Okay, but if you can get an entry point on this ascending level right here, or the 78.6% retracement level, if we pull all the way back here, that is going to be an extremely strong entry point in my opinion. The only way we're going to be breaking this is if we get some sort of extremely negative news catalyst, which is unlikely in my opinion, or if the markets continue eating crap like they did the past 2 days. Those are both pretty unlikely. So this is going to be a great entry point if we do pull back here, anywhere from $1.60 down to $1.56, going up to the close, anywhere in that range. Okay, so $1.56 to $1.60. That's going to be an extremely strong entry point. Let's take a look at some indicators to see where I see this going short term. Okay, this is a bullish indicator. We did see hooking out of the bands, and essentially they are still hooking out, and we are moving up. That indicates to me higher volatility and a higher chance of continuing the price action, which in this case we are moving up. That's what we're looking at as far as the bands. Taking a look at the relative strength index, we are looking at 59.89 on the RSI for the hourly. Let's take a look at the daily though. Daily is sometimes more accurate. 71.63. We are overbought, guys. Okay, this is what I mean. I would be waiting for a small pullback at least if you are looking to get into this stock. Also taking a look at the moving averages. We did recently, this is a very bullish indicator, we did recently just have the golden cross between the several golden crosses, but the one that I am looking at that happened most recently is basically going to be this line that I'm right next to, this top line, this 13-day moving average, the grayish one. It did just cross over the 15-day moving averages, and typically what you want to see is the smaller moving averages being closer to the price action and the current price, compared to the larger, more just bigger number moving averages, okay, like the 21-day, the 55-day moving average. Okay, that's what you want to see. And if we take a look at the 4-hour here and zoom out, we did have the gold, basically, and this is the best golden cross in my opinion, when you have the 200-day exponential moving average moving underneath the 15-day moving average. Okay, you can see the colors right here. This is the 200-day, this is the 15-day moving average. So we do have that gap still forming, and the gap is getting larger, and that does indicate to me higher momentum, more bullish sentiment to the stock. If we take a look at the volume for the day, obviously, an extreme buyers are stepping in on the stock. Extreme green volume, obviously, that is a nice candle. That's what you want to see. And with me, we did see a sell-off when we got up here to highs, but we did not pull back all the way to the 78.6% retracement level. If we can hold these three, or even this 23.6% retracement level, that's going to be an extremely bullish sign for me personally, because usually when these three levels hold, it indicates that the next leg higher will be much more strong in the upwards direction than if we came down here to the 78.6% retracement level. So that's what we're looking at as far as the technicals on CTXR. Let's take a look at BIOL. Okay, firstly, I hope no one sold at the bottom here. That would suck if you sold here, okay? Guys, I'm not going to say I've got this one wrong, because I haven't. I recommended buying. Yeah, you guys can see I'm down right now. I'm down like a couple $100, I think, like almost $200, maybe like 100 now that we're up on the day. But guys, I'm holding this. I don't care if we dip all the way to $1, okay? There's like $300,000 shares that are going to be bought at $1. We're not going below $1 unless we get a market crash, in my opinion, okay? This is why you don't panic sell, though. Okay, we did bounce off this bottom trend line. Essentially, if we move it up a little bit, and guys, there's nothing wrong with moving trend lines around, because you have to move them to fit the most recent price action, because when drawing trend lines, you want two things: the most validations and the most recent price action validations. But right now we are seeing a little bit of rejection. We also are seeing a little bit of barcoding. Yeah, I hope we don't just do this the whole day and just go up and down, up and down. But we are up on the day, so it can always be worse, right? But we are seeing a little bit of rejection on this almost on this descending trend line and at this green rectangular level of resistance that was previously supported. Don't let the colors fool you here, guys. Any support that you have now broken down and confirmed the breakdown, those are now going to act as resistance, and same thing as far as breaking through resistances and then them becoming supports. But guys, we're still macroscopically. If we look at the daily chart, it's a little hard to see, and we're going to do the 4 hour in a second and the 2 hour. But this is the cup, and this is the handle. We are in the cup, and we're in the handle section right now. And this line right here, what the heck is this? Right? Good question. This is the price target based on the cup and handle. $1.60. All right, that's like a more than a 40% increase, I believe. All right, that's a lot of gain, and that once we break out of this handle and confirm the breakout, that is the price target. There's a high chance that we will hit that price target in any day now, guys. This handle's been going on for a while. We are based on the technicals alone, and that's not even. This is a great company long term, in my opinion. We're going to go over the reasons for that, but if once we break out, guys, there's a very high chance we will be confirming the breakout for BIOL. Taking a look at the short term movement, let's take a look at some indicators on the hourly. Let's take a look at the bands. Okay, this is basically indicating that we are not going to break out of the handle very soon, but of course these indicators can be wrong all the time. Personally, I do think any day we are going to break out of this handle, but these indicators basically say to me it's going to not be today or not be like 5 minutes from now or an hour from now because they are hooking in, and that means decreased volatility. That could mean we are going to see a rejection and then go down to test this level of support right here and then push higher. That's probably what these bands are indicating to me, and of course they can be wrong. Taking a look at the moving averages, I mean, we did have a death cross, guys. I know death crosses sound scary. Let's actually look at the 4 hour though, because 4 hourly moving averages are a little more accurate. Okay, yeah, guys, we did have the death cross in the 4 hourly as well, but not completely, because this 200-day exponential moving average is still below. We still have the golden cross. Let's see when the golden cross happened right down here. If you would have got in right here on this golden cross moving average indicator, when the 15-day moving average crossed above the 200-day EMA, you would be sitting, you'd be sitting up like a lot of percentages, okay? But we are going to see some support. If we do break this bottom trend line, which I do not see happening personally, we're going to see substantial support coming in from this 200-day EMA. Probably see a nice bounce off that, but guys, I wouldn't even worry about that. We're probably going to be pushing higher any day now, in my opinion. But we are going to have some resistance, as all these moving averages are going to act as resistance, and these two green levels and this descending trend line, they will all act as resistance. But right now, if you are in Webull and you have level 2 data, we are going to have a ton of buy walls that are a ton of bids, a ton of limit buy orders, because we have been bleeding the last couple of days, and a lot of investors, including myself, obviously, I'm down right now. I wish I waited a little more, but I'm fine. I'm not panicking. I'm not selling. I would add more if I had more dry powder on me. This is a great price to buy in my opinion, but that's pretty much what we're looking at. We did have the death cross with these, okay, the 55-day EMA, this one right here, it did cross above the smaller day moving average. That is a bearish sign. But guys, this happens all the time, and these technicals, they're not necessarily indicative of the price action that's going to happen in the future. Okay, of course they're not. Okay, so yeah, short-term analysis is a little bearish, but guys, I'm holding all of my shares in this stock. We're going to be going over why in 1 second, but taking a look at the fundamentals for CTXR, we're looking at 17% insider ownership, and basically this means that it's 17% of the shares outstanding, and this is 28% of the float. Okay, the flow is just just the amount of shares that are available to the public, and the shares outstanding is all of the shares that is available to that the company has issued, essentially. So this is an extremely bullish indicator for CTXR. This is one of my favorite indicators to use. Insider ownership, these people would not be buying into their own company if they were not very confident in what they were doing. So it's an extremely bullish sign in my opinion. Institutional ownership, we are looking at 3%. This is about average. This might be a little higher than average, but there's not really much to say here. We got to take a look at as many indicators as we can to get as much information as we can. Keep taking a look at FinViz, and this is according to Finto.io, of course. They can always be wrong, right? They can have false information. Okay, this is I consider this a reliable source, but take it for what it is. FinViz, using FinViz basically to fact check. And now neither of these sources, nothing that you read in the internet, literally anywhere, in my opinion, is going to be 100% true. Because I mean, unless you know the people doing it or something, unless you did the information and put it there, okay, just take it for what it is. But this basically verifies that they do have a high insider ownership, because they do have 17.30% here, and they have basically 17.30% here. Okay, 17.41, almost the same thing. Okay. So this basically does verify a little bit, in my opinion, the insider ownership statistic that they were using. Okay, if you don't know what this company does, I said earlier, they're essentially a baby bio-nano. It is pretty complicated what they do. We're not going to really get into it, but this is essentially what they do. They focus on developing anti-infective cancer care, prescription, this, feel free to pronounce that, stem cell therapy products. Okay, they do a lot of therapy kind of stuff, a lot of treatment kind of stuff. And if you want to get into all this, okay, mini loc, their product, the antibiotic lock solution, okay, all that stuff. We're not going to get too esoteric here. This is a due diligence link. This is just a pretty brief due diligence link. Well, it does go in. This one is pretty esoteric. Okay, I don't really understand a lot of this stuff, but this will be linked if you would like to read up on this. Looking at BIOL's insider ownership, guys, this is one of the many reasons why I'm so bullish on them, and why I will hold even if we close red today. I'm holding all of my shares. Okay, I don't care if we go red entire next week. All right, as long as we don't dip below $1, which we're not going to be dipping below $1, in my opinion. There's like half of a percentage of that happening, in my opinion. Okay, insider ownership though, 14%. This is an extremely high percentage. This is extremely bullish. Institutional share, 7%. This is pretty high as well. This is a bullish sign, not as bullish as the insider ownership, because a lot of these institutions are pretty idiotic, in my opinion. But, take it for what it is. We would rather have high institutional ownership than low, okay? Because usually institutions are going to be smarter on average than retail investors. So it's good to see them having a high percentage of the float. Of the shares outstanding in that case, I believe. Okay, this is basically, okay, we're going to use this in every time, because just to see if they both agree on their information. Okay, they both do, essentially, almost 11%, 13%. So that is good to see. If you don't know what this company does, this is the point that you all need to know and understand. Okay, they sell laser systems for dental practitioners and their patients in the United States and internationally. Okay. They're in the dentist industry or space. All right. So the dentist industry got hit very hard by COVID. So as we recover, more people are going to be going back to the dentist. More of the dentist employees and employers are going to be wanting more, products so that they can work and be efficient. And this technology is pretty revolutionary. Actually, it is pretty innovative and disruptive. And it is a very cheap stock. It's a penny stock, guys. This could be the next BioNano as well. All right, this has the potential to do that, in my opinion, with this technology. All right, especially guys, this is a safe long-term hold, and this is why my risk assessment on this is only medium, even though it is a penny stock and it is fairly high risk. It would be considered a high risk orthodoxly, right? But this is a long-term hold. If it dips, I already know. This is why I'm not panicking. I already know I can hold it for a year, and it's going to go up, guaranteed, essentially, unless the CEO gets shot in the head or the markets crash and never recover. Those are the only somewhat realistic. They're not even very realistic, in my opinion, but those are the only scenarios on how this stock doesn't perform well, when considering all these indicators and fundamentals and business model ideas that we've considered. Okay, taking a look at BIOL. Okay, this is just very short due diligence. Okay, there's some good links in here. If you'd like to take a look, this will be linked as well. You are welcome. Current positions. This was I updated this yesterday. The only thing I changed on here from yesterday is this. I changed this from like 5.9s to 70,000. Okay, this is an extreme buy zone. BIOL, in my opinion, is in an extreme buy zone. My end of year bear case is $4, guys. $4 end of year bear case. $10 to $20 bull case. It could go more than that. It could go definitely more than that. But that's what we're looking at. Medium risk. March 4th price target is $1.50. We're getting closer to that. I'm not worried. I can get this wrong. I can get any of this wrong, but I think I'm going to get it right. I'm extremely confident, but we will see. relevant information in regards to the title has finished now. Feel free to click off if you have more important things to do. At the moment, extra useful information, especially for beginners, and this is actually for everyone, this first one, I will try to read all comments, but if you have a serious suggestion, question, consider emailing. It is much more reliable and auspicious than commenting. I got some really good emails from a couple people lately. Guys, if you email me, there's basically like a 99% chance I will read it and respond. If you comment, you still have a high chance, but like, especially if it's on an old video, and especially if you're replying to someone, I don't get the notification if you reply to someone. Usually the comment, the YouTube notifications, coinciding with this next point, they're very inconsistent. Okay. They're inconsistent as heck. And on the old videos, especially, like if the video is like a day or two old, I won't really check it. I won't check the comments. I try to like and respond to any question or anything in the comments, but it's not always going to happen. So if you do have something serious and you do actually want to help me out, or you need help, whatever it is, email, and you will 99% chance get a response from me. And the email is on my page, but yeah, let me just go ahead and put it on here. Okay, just be safe. Okay, there's my email. All right. I will make mistakes. Do not expect perfection from me, yourself, or anyone. Okay, just bear this in mind. All right, I hope you don't expect me to like make you rich in a month. All right, now if you have a substantial capital and you want to actually do this, there's a high chance that you'll get rich. Honestly, if you have a couple $100K and you do this for like a couple months or a couple years, it's a high chance you will get rich, in my opinion. But of course, I can be wrong. And the whole point here is don't expect perfection from me. So if you are going to take that approach and do what I do, and see, these are all my current positions. Okay, let's fact check that. Let's make sure that I'm telling the truth. Here you go. Boom. These are all my current positions. This is my account growth. Okay, 3.5 months, 100%. If you would have had $500,000 invested and you did exactly what I did these last 3 months, you would be a millionaire now. Okay, am I guaranteeing future success? No, of course not. I'm not guaranteeing future success. Okay, but I will say that I am extremely confident, and I think you should be too if you are in these stocks and have done your due diligence. Be careful in the comments. Bitcoin bots are here. Thumbnails. What do you guys think of the thumbnails? Give me constructive criticism. Seriously, if you like it. If you don't like it, let me know. What does auspicious actually mean? Favorable, unpopular opinions, essentially. I truly do appreciate the overwhelming majority of comments, which are extremely positive. Y'all will never understand how much of an impact those actually have on me. They're extremely, I love your guys' comments. Some of you are actually incredible down there. Please do not hesitate to call me out on something if I am missing something in the charts, fundamentals, or anywhere else. Use several brokers. This is extremely important. Follow stocks you own on Reddit, Twitter. This is why this point is important. You will get free stocks if you don't already use Webull. You will also get access to essential pre-market and after-hours trading that very few other brokers will offer you. Huge advantage over like 75% or 90% of other people that don't have access to this already. You're already leveling up your trading and investing game, especially if you're a beginner. This is what you need to do, in my opinion. 100%. That's what I would be doing if I was just starting out now. Comment what stocks I need to cover next. Open a Roth IRA. Okay, definitely need to do this. Please do that. Comment any questions. I will answer them. The future does not consist of me asking for likes. I always say that the future does not consist of likes. Okay, I'm not going to ask for likes. I'm not going to ask for subs. I'm not going to put ads on. And success will not change any of this. Okay, we've already had success. I've already had success. Y'all already know I've had success. Okay, let's look at the count again. Okay. We already have 1,000 subs in a couple weeks. Okay, we've already had success. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm immune to, the effects of success, whatever they are. I guess it's different for everyone, but I'm just saying that do not expect this business model to change. It will not. That is my promise to each and every one of you that do watch these irrelevant sections. And by the way, if I'm ranting, I'm allowed to, because you are at my mercy in the irrelevant section. Keep that in mind. Okay, so if you have better things to do, I do not recommend watching these. If you are busy at the time, and you can directly impact this becoming this style, this business model that we have on this channel. You can directly affect this becoming the YouTube standard by supporting the channel. Also, BNGO Moon, check the channel banner, please. It's really cool, I think. Let me know what y'all think of that. I haven't got any comments on that. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you so much. BNGO to the moon. I'll see you on the next one.